Hi there! Welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this video, chances are that you're dealing with one of the toughest challenges in any relationship. Supporting someone you care about who is struggling with addiction. It can be overwhelming, painful, and confusing. But you're not alone. We're going to break down some practical ways to manage this relationship with empathy, boundaries, and self-care. Let's dive in. Now, let's talk about empathy and communication. When you're dealing with someone who has an addiction, your ability to communicate with them can make a huge difference. It's about how you listen. Here are a few key tips. Avoid blame and shame. It's easy to feel angry or betrayed. Sometimes you want to point fingers, but blame creates distance. Addiction thrives in an environment of shame. Instead, express your feeling calmly. For example, I feel worried when I see you struggle with this. How can I support you? Be patient and non-judgmental. Recovery isn't linear. There are ups and downs. Remember that addiction can make someone defensive or secretive. Try to be a compassionate listener without pushing them to open up before they're ready. Stay honest but kind. You don't have to sugarcoat your feeling, but kindness goes a long way. It's possible to be honest without being hurtful. For instance, I love you and it hurts to see you go through this, but I can't support this behavior anymore. Next up, setting healthy boundaries. This is so important. When you love someone who is struggling with addiction, it's easy to slip into a pattern of thinking that if you just do more for them, they'll change. But that can actually make things worse. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're abandoning them. It means you're protecting yourself and encouraging them to take responsibilities for their actions. Some examples of boundaries may include: don't enable destructive behavior. If they ask for money, consider how it might feed into addiction. Instead, offer support in ways that don't contribute to the problem. Know when to say no. If they've been manipulating you into doing things you're uncomfortable with, it's okay to say no. You don't have to sacrifice your well-being to prove you care. Set emotional boundaries. It's okay to say, I can talk to you right now if you're under the influence. Let's talk when you're sober. Boundaries protect both you and the person struggling with addiction. They create a space for healing. Addiction is a medical issue and it requires professional intervention. While your support matters, you can't be their therapist or savior. Encouraging them to seek help is one of the most important things you can do. If they're resistant to getting help, try to approach it with understanding. Instead of telling them they need help, say something like, I know this is tough, but I believe there are people who can help you get through this. I'll be there to support you whenever you're ready. Remember, you can offer them resources, rehab center, support group, therapist, but it's ultimately their choice to take that first step. You can't force them into recovery, but you can keep the door open whenever they're ready. One of the hardest parts of loving someone with addiction is neglecting your own needs. You can't pour from an empty cup. You must take care of yourself first if you want to be able to help them. Prioritize self-care. Take time to relax, exercise, and do things that brings you joy. Seek support for yourself, whether it's a therapist, a life coach, a support group, or friends who understand what you're going through. Having a network of support is essential. Know when to step back. Sometimes the best things you could do is to give yourself a break. It's okay to take space if you're feeling overwhelmed. it's important to remember that you're not responsible for their recovery. You're responsible for taking care of you. Lastly, let's talk about hope. Addiction is a tough journey, and it can feel like it's going to last forever. But change is possible. People do recover, and it's important to hold on to that hope. Recovery isn't just about quitting the addiction. It's about rebuilding lives. With the right help, understanding, and support, change can happen. So take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and know that you're doing the best you can. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found some help here. If you're going through this yourself, please remember that you deserve love, support, and care too. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you need to talk, feel free to leave a comment or reach out. You're never alone in this. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.